Let's go to another question in the operations area. So
Sure.
we'll go from the conversions into operations. So as someone who's owned a brokerage, you've done quite well there. What repeatable blueprint do you recommend new agents to create or use so that they can consistently deliver an exceptional
Okay.
journey? I mean, to
So
me,
new agents,
we call it the world-class service,
right.
but what is it something that you would do?
So new agents are so focused on getting their first piece of business. And then once they get that first piece of business, they're so focused on close escrow, get a paycheck that they're in a constant state of high alarm, and they're frantic. Um, some of them cover it up, but honestly, people always know. Yeah. So for your very first transaction, I hope you have a mentor by your side. It could be your office manager, it could be a senior agent that's in your office. Hopefully, they will guide you because they love the concept of giving back. But if they don't, offer them a slice of the pie. But you need somebody in your corner to help you through the first transaction for sure, but maybe a couple of transactions so that you could. And when you go through those first transactions, I hope you're taking a lot of notes. And don't just take notes on what you've got to do legally, take notes on the things that seem important to the client you're serving, okay, that give them peace of mind. Because at the end of the day, your reputation is going to be made on the peace of mind that your client feels after the close of escrow. During close of escrow, they are in as much of adrenaline rush as you are during escrow. Yeah. They are like on high anxiety. They are so focused on that they can't see what you're doing right or wrong. But after close of escrow, maybe a week or so after, trust me, they're going to be thinking about it. Yeah. So take really good notes. So I've got some real gems for you on ways that you can create a memorable experience. But before I launch into those, I have a book recommendation that I wished I had had earlier in my career. I didn't get this until later in my career. And that is Unreasonable Hospitality by Will Guadera. He is an amazing human being. And his story is basically he was in the restaurant business and he got an opportunity to run a historic restaurant in New York called 11 Madison, I think is the name of the thing. And he wanted to figure out how to earn a Michelin star really fast, right? And what he came up with is the idea that people are coming to this restaurant for a once in a lifetime experience. Not the rich folks, but many people are coming to this restaurant and they're only going to be able to come maybe once. Maybe they traveled to New York on a dream vacation. Maybe they saved up their money for this one really special meal, but it was a big deal for the customer. Does that sound like buying a house or selling a house? Yeah, it's a really, really big deal. A lot of emotions that are invested in buying or selling a house, just like this really special restaurant experience. And so he set out to not only find ways to make the experience extremely special, but he wanted to find ways to make this operationally something that could be done over and over and over and over again so that there would be room and bandwidth to do things that were unique for that special customer. So two concepts, things that are coded into their operation manuals that they do over and over and over again, and the expectation that they're looking for opportunities to do something that's unique for that situation and that customer. This book will, if it doesn't change your life, you're either amazing already or you're tone deaf. Could go either way. Yeah. But it changed my life. So here are some of the things that I coded into my real estate transaction that come directly from that book. So as you go through, let's just say, let's see, let's start with buyers. Yeah. Okay. You've got a brand new buyer and they got their contract accepted on their very first house. This is a big deal. The first really big thing that they do is the home inspection. Yeah. It's a very, very big moment because they're scared out of their minds. They're worried that they are in escrow on a money pit. They're worried that they're not going to be able to afford if that home inspector finds even one little thing, they're not sure that they're going to be able to buy this house. But at the same time, their dreams and their hopes are at high alert. They're thinking about where are we going to put the furniture? Where is grandma's tea set going to sit? I mean, like it's all the things, yeah, all the things. So one of the things that we did that's repeatable is we had a home inspection kit, came in a little box and inside and on the outside of the box it just said we got your back. Yeah. Inside the box was water, snacks, a blank notebook, a pen, and a little thing that I designed on Canva, love Canva, that was just stuff to pay attention to, right? Oh, and a measuring tape. There was a measuring tape in there. Okay, so they could take measurements for appliances and furniture and window coverings and whatever. So those were all in the box. And then on the things to pay attention to, it's like the location of the water shutoff valve. Yeah. Um, I can't remember what was on that thing. It's been so long since I've seen it. But you know what? And it's going to be different for your region. Like it's the stuff that is really important for buyers to pay attention to in your area. Maybe, I don't know, maybe it freezes in your area. Like, I don't know what that is, but I've heard it's a big thing in other places. So maybe it's where you weatherize your pipes outside. Yeah. In California, water seepage is a big deal because we don't have water. So when it seeps in, it can create a lot of problems for us. So paying attention to the crawl space, is there efflorescence, which is signs of water seepage, right? So just whatever in your area that's super important to pay attention to, that was on my list of things for the buyers to just pay attention. Is a good home inspector going to point those stuff out? Yes. You know, did you select a good home inspector for your buyer? I sure as heck hope so, right? It's not for that. It's to give your buyers the peace of mind that you are looking out for them and you are helping them to make sure that they don't miss on some important piece of information. And it's to give them the peace of mind that you've thought about it ahead of time. Yeah. Prediction equals trust. If you can predict what the buyer is going to need to know, they're going to trust you more.